Hello everyone, it is Dueling Racer 3985, and I'm showing you the very last team of the Hot Wheels Highway 35 World Race lineup, and that is the Scorchers. So yeah, the Scorchers, interesting thing with the Scorchers, I think all but, actually, just about like three of them are kind of, hard to come around, especially new. I'll address those when I get to them. But yeah, the Scorchers, really mean, they're all muscle, no futuristic cars, really mean in-your-face cars. So let's just say that, and I'll show you what I mean when I actually get to the cars. And the first one is none other than the team leader himself, of course, the 1970 Roadrunner, driven by Taro Catano. Plymouth right there. This car is one heck of a piece of work. Look, even the headlights are yellow. I find that surprising that they bothered painting those. I really like it when they paint the lights. Gives it a real nice touch. Unfortunately, they do not make these lights red. But yeah, about my 70 Roadrunner, this one's actually replaced, or this is the replacement. I bought this one from someone who had it new, and then he opened it out of the package and shipped it to me because my first one was really worn out, and it definitely needed to be replaced. I got a nice, crisp, brand new one right here. It's got a nice matte finish to it. Look at those flames, really hot. 1970 Roadrunner, right there. Alright, next up would be the quarter mile coupe. Thing is with this car, surprisingly, I was actually able to find one loose with perfectly straight axles. Close enough. The problem is, look, I've got the red tire trim all around these two wheels, but on the left side, they're all worn out. This one's almost completely gone. I don't know why that was the case, but the seller, he only showed it from this side, and it looked like the axles were perfectly straight, and I assumed this side was good too, but as you can see, no red tire trim, so whatever. Not that big of a deal. But yeah, this car is actually the most vulnerable to axle bending, so be careful. Yeah, it's like it doesn't even have a front half of the car to cover up the engine. It's just all exposed. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this team is all about the muscle and the flames and just all that goodness. Look at that. All right. Next up would be the Red Baron, yeah. Red Baron. This is one of the oldest Hot Wheels models. They're not making these anymore, obviously. They just, I don't know. And look at that. Templars. If you played Assassin's Creed, you'd understand that reference. And look at the engine. The exhausts are just all swooving to the left, or the car's right. That's interesting. Must suck to drive this car in the cold, doesn't it? That's the Red Baron. Next up is the Thunderbird, the Ford Thunderbird, I believe. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not that good with vintage cars, but can't remember the year either. But this car, it just looks insane. I mean, just look at the quality of this decal. The silver with the flames on top. It just looks fantastic. I love it, and I love how it just points upward towards the back, and it's just like it gives it more of a mean look. Yeah, this car is really nice. Again, yellow headlights. Love that they painted them. Scorchers icon on the hood. Alrighty, next up is one of my favorites on this team, and that would be the Dodge Charger. Of course, this is not what a real Charger looks like. It's a concept, I believe. I think it was made as a concept, yes. Because if it's a real brand name for these cars, they must have been made somehow, some way. And in this case, it would be a concept car for like some auto show. It was never a production car, obviously, because we all know what Chargers look like nowadays, and it's not this. But man, this is a really cool looking car. I would love to see a Dodge Charger in this style. Scorchers, really bold decal on the sides there. Again, this one I had replaced, or this is the replacement again, because it had a few chips in it when I bought it with that lot that I told you about. Dodge Charger RT. There's that. Next up would be the Corvette. I think this is in 1969 as well. Here we go again with the 69s, man. The people who chose to have these cars in the show did not do this by coincidence, I guarantee you. And if you ever felt this car, it's actually really light. Got a completely plastic base, so that probably has something to do with it. This isn't the only Corvette in this set. There's also the Stingray. But this is also a Corvette Stingray, but this is the coupe version, I think you'd call it. It doesn't have the open top. There's that. And last, but certainly not least, number 35 of Hot Wheels Highway 35 World Race Vehicles. Muscle Tone. And now this car was actually the last one I needed to have replaced before I can finally make these videos, and it took me a little while to find one. I actually convinced someone that had this in a DVD pack, brand new, paired with like Roadrunner. I asked him if he'd be willing to open it and sell it to me loose, and he said yes. Got it for $10 shipped. Heck yes. Because the one I had, it had some severe chips in the side, paint chips, and did not look good on a car that's actually one of my two favorites on Scorchers. This car just looks so mean with the white and the black and reddish burns all across it. Love it. This car could very well be a real car. Does not look too out of this world. Red windows. Nice touch. And that's it, guys. The very last car out of this entire World Race set. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave in the comments any of your thoughts and concerns regarding Hot Wheels or specifically Highway 35 World Race. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.